I said it a couple of weeks ago that I don't know the definition of cultural appropriation anymore, because you got all these people complaining that somebody is appropriating culture when all they're doing is just embracing the culture. They're wearing a certain hairstyle. They're putting on a dress. They're putting on some garb that's a part of another culture, not to disrespect it, not to make a joke, not to promote a stereotype, but to just appreciate it and understand it and want to embrace themselves in it. But they can't do that because they got all these people saying, I don't think you should be doing that. I think you're appropriating, and I think you're disrespecting the culture, and you need to take that off because you are not a part of that culture, so you don't get to wear that. You don't get to have that. You don't get to speak that because you are not a part of the culture.
Black people could please stop scrolling and join me for today's edition of Ooh, I think that's racist. I would much appreciate it because I have a little story for you. So recently I was at the salon and my awesome stylist while I was there decided to introduce me to the owner. And this woman was very lovely. She was about a 50-something white woman, really kind, but this woman had box braids all the way to her waist. White woman. Now correct me if I'm wrong, but like that's appropriation, right? That's bad. We don't do that. And honestly, like I didn't know what to say. Like what do you say to that? It's not like she was mean or anything, but she was clearly, Black people, you're pretty chilled out because us white people seem to always have our hands in your cookie jar, and you haven't slaughtered us all. Thank you. We're dicks. So that's racist, right? Or at least appropriation? Let me know. Mwah.
And it's getting to a point where we're going to have to decide as a collective universe of people what is appreciation and what is appropriation, because it's getting to a point where none of this makes sense anymore. I'll give you an example. My favorite black person as of the past few months, Joy Bubblegut Reid, she got on TV and she was mad at Elon Musk because he's white and he's rich and he has more money than her. So obviously she's gonna complain about anything he does. He made some joke about some senator who looks like a broomstick, and so the following stupidity is being gifted to you.
Elon wasn't happy, so he did what he always did and stomped his little feet and insulted Senator Warren, calling her an angry mom and referring to her as Senator Karen. So for so many reasons, being a freeloader and a selfish and disrespectful one, and for misappropriating black vernacular for misogynistic purposes, and for misappropriating black vernacular for misogynistic purposes, and for misappropriating black vernacular for misogynistic purposes, appropriating black vernacular for misogynistic purposes.
Now, I don't know about you, but I don't consider the word Karen as a part of my culture. I don't consider that something we need to put in African American studies. I don't think that needs to be on Mount Rushmore. I don't think that needs to be in the African American History Museum in any state. I think it's just a name. It became an inside joke to talk about white women. It became something to make fun of white people. It became all these different iterations, Darrens, the Joes, and all these other things. It's not a part of black culture. I don't know why you would want that to be a part of black culture, because it's just a name. I don't even know a black woman named Karen. So how could this be a part of our culture? So how could this be an example of taking vernacular from black people? It's not exclusive to black people. This is not something that needs to be said, but of course, because a dumbass is on TV saying it, it must be discussed, because she's not out there finding those missing POCs. She's on TV complaining about a rich man tweeting. That's YouTube level commentary right there. If I were to make a video like that, it would just be another day in the neighborhood. But you are on national TV for news network, MSNBC, or wherever you work, and you have your own segment, your own show, and this is what you're dedicating your time to. You, a couple months ago, shamed everybody for all those missing POCs that no one cares about because they care about this one random white woman.
It goes without saying that no family should ever have to endure that kind of pain, and the Petito family certainly deserves answers and justice. But the way this story has captivated the nation has many wondering, why not the same media attention when people of color go missing? Well, the answer actually has a name: missing white woman syndrome, the term coined by the late and great Gwen Ifill to describe the media and public fascination with missing white women like Lacey Peterson or Natalie Holloway, while ignoring cases involving missing people of color.
But you're not getting on TV and announcing anything about those missing POCs. You're dedicating time to talk about how one white guy is making fun of another white person. Isn't that not what everybody does now? Aren't we supposed to be shaming white people 24/7? Isn't that the cool thing to do? Or is it just because he's rich and has more money and can literally buy you have a problem with him? I don't get the hate boner for this man. I get he looks like Timon from The Lion King, but I don't understand why y'all got such an egg up y'all ass for him. Is it just because he's rich? Is it because he's white? Is it because he has more money than any of you? Is it because he, as his own man with his own companies and his own money, doesn't give you anything because he doesn't have to, because it's his money, even though he donates and no one talks about it? Is it really that much of a problem? Are we really going to sit here and make this big thing over nothing? Are we really going to sit here and agree with Joanne Reid that the word Karen is black vernacular, even though that's a name that's existed for decades? Are we really going to do that? You know what name is really attributed to black culture? Sharkeisha, Bonquisha, LaQuisha. Those are names you could say is black vernacular. But you're going to sit here and tell me that the word Karen, the name Karen, is black vernacular? No. Stop this. Stop getting on TV and saying the dumbest of shit and thinking that everyone's just gonna clap their hands and say, "Good burn, Joanne Reid. You got him. He's still rich though, but you got him with that good burn." And just do your job. Do a regular job. You're not on Comedy Central. You're not funny. You are a board. You are a stick of wood. You are one of the most uncaptivating, non-charismatic, just boring human beings. And this is what you dedicate your time to. Y'all complain about me and how, oh my God, I'm hating on all these different people. You literally got somebody on TV making millions complaining about a tweet and a word in a tweet. So for me, just me, I'm just a casual onlooker. I would wish that people actually do their jobs and report news and not TMZ level gossip. And that's just me. Maybe I'm just a hater. Maybe I don't like Joanne Reid because she's a black woman. Maybe I don't want to see her succeed because she's a black woman. Or maybe I don't like Joanne Reid because she's a hypocritical bitch. Subscribe to the channel. I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.